All right, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're looking at, well, it's a world where you're not just fighting supernatural baddies. You're doing it with style.
Yeah.
Yeah, picture this. You're a brand new devil hunter, and you walk into this division, right? And it's run by Makima. She's all business. She's the kind of leader who could stare down a demon and not even flinch.
Oh, yeah, definitely intimidating.
Totally. And well, you're banking on your charm. You're going to make a killer first impression. I mean, you even tell her straight up that your good looks, they're going to make her happy to work with you.
That's a bold move. I mean, think about it, right? You've got this world where strength usually means brute force, and you're basically saying, nope, charisma is where it's at.
It really flips the script, doesn't it? And the thing is, you're not just joking around.
Yeah.
Like, you really believe in the power of your good looks.
You're committed to it.
Totally. But Makima, she's not buying it.
Yeah.
She's all about, competence, results. So she's skeptical, which is understandable.
It makes sense. I mean, she's got to keep everyone safe, protect humanity from these supernatural threats. She can't be taking chances on someone who's prioritizing looks over experience.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Instead of backing down, you actually double down.
You lean in.
Oh, yeah, you insist that this whole professional handsomeness thing, it's a real asset. You're like a salesman pitching a product no one's ever seen before.
I love that analogy. And what's really interesting is how it throws Makima off. She's so used to devil hunters coming in talking about weapons, strategy, years of training. You're a total curveball.
You're changing the game. And surprisingly, she's kind of intrigued. You've piqued your curiosity. So instead of just dismissing you, she decides to give you a shot. But there's a catch. Your first mission means you're partnering up with Power, another devil hunter.
This is where things get interesting. You've got your unorthodox charm offensive, and then you've got Power. And from what we know, she's a force of nature, all about that aggressive combat style, unpredictable.
Oh, she's not going to be impressed by your professional handsomeness, that's for sure. She's all action. Probably thinks your approach is a total joke.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But think about the clash, the dynamic. Maybe you learn from each other, or maybe you just drive each other crazy.
It could go either way. Now, the mission itself, it's an interesting one. You're investigating this local amusement park, a place that should be all fun and games.
Right.
But something's off. There have been these reports, strange noises, accents that don't make sense, even sightings of these shadowy figures.
Creepy.
It really makes you wonder what kind of entities are drawn to a place like that, you know? A place of amusement. Are they feeding off the fear, the negative energy, or is there something else going on?
I mean, the source material kind of hints that these supernatural entities, they might be some type of devil, but we don't really know what they want or what they can do. We're just left with these unsettling events,
Yeah, a lot of unknowns. So here's where you really showcase your unique approach to devil hunting. Instead of, gearing up for a fight, you ask Makima to be your partner.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard that right. You want to work with Makima.
Bold move.
Super bold.
Mm-hmm.
But it shows that you really believe in your charm, right? Like it'll make everyone around you, work happily even when things get intense.
And Makima's response?
Well, to your surprise, she agrees. But she's also making it clear that she expects you to actually participate. Like no standing around just looking pretty. She even gives you this devil detector.
Devil detector.
Yeah, helps you, detect devils.
Makes sense.
So you've got your devil detector, your unshakable confidence, and you and Makima arrive at this amusement park. And the atmosphere it's thick with this unsettling contrast, You've got the cheerful facade, but underneath there's this sense of unease. Makima even offers you some popcorn.
Does she really?
Yeah, but you decline.
Wow. Committed to the bit.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
But then things change. You both come face to face with these shadowy figures lurking in the darkness, and they radiate this malice, this danger. They seem to be the source of all the weirdness in the park.
Okay, things are getting serious now.
They are. Now, Makima, she seems ready to fight. But you decide to take a different approach. Instead of bracing yourself, for a fight, you step forward.
Yeah.
And you show off your handsome face to these figures.
Hold on, really?
Yep. And Makima, she's completely bewildered.
I bet. I mean, on the surface, it seems reckless, right?
Yeah.
Maybe even foolish, but it also kind of hints at something deeper, like the power of beauty or charisma, maybe even innocence. When you're facing this darkness, it makes you wonder, how are these shadowy figures going to react?
That's a question we'll have to explore in part 2.
And this is where it gets really wild. These
Hmm.
these figures, remember, they were so menacing, so creepy, but when they see you, well, they're totally thrown off. It's like they've never seen anything like you before.
It's almost like you've short-circuited their brains, right? Like they're expecting a fight, some crazy devil hunting action, but instead they get hit with, well, with a really good-looking guy.
I mean, it really makes you think, doesn't it? What does this say about these supernatural entities? What makes them tick? What are their weaknesses?
Right? Like, could they be susceptible to beauty, or maybe to like the purity it represents? It's kind of a mind-blowing concept.
Totally. In a world where everyone else is fighting devils with weapons and all this strategy, you've stumbled on this totally unique defense, a smile, and this unshakable confidence in how attractive you are.
You're basically rewriting the devil hunting rule book, right?
Totally. It challenges how we think about power. We usually think of it as brute force or dominance, but here it's something else. It's self-assurance, maybe even a bit of naivete.
And the best part, you don't even hesitate. As these figures disappear, you turn to Makima, and with that winning smile of yours, you ask, "Are you working happily around me now, Makima?"
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
It is. You're not just testing your powers on the supernatural. You're testing the waters with Makima too.
There's so much going on there. It's playful, a little flirty even, but it also shows that you need validation. You want her to see how powerful your charm is, and not just as a weapon, but as a part of who you are.
And Makima, what she gives you this answer it's both insightful and totally open to interpretation.
Classic Makima.
Right. She acknowledges that you're different, you're unique.
Mm.
There's even a hint of admiration for how you do things. It's subtle, but you can tell you're starting to get to her to break through that cool exterior.
That's a big moment. Makima, who at first just brushed off the whole handsomeness thing, she's starting to see that there's something more to it. It's
Yeah.
like you're intriguing her, maybe even charming her a little.
And it all goes back to the idea that sometimes the most unexpected approaches, they can lead to the most surprising results.
Yeah.
So what does this all mean for you as a devil hunter in this crazy world?
Well, it definitely opens up a whole new way of looking at power dynamics. It tells us that strength can come in all sorts of forms. Even the toughest people can be disarmed by something as simple as a genuine smile.
It makes you think about the power of believing in yourself. You never doubted your attractiveness, no matter how strange it seemed. And that belief, it actually had a real effect on the world around you.
Right. It disarmed your enemies. It influenced your allies. It might even be bending reality itself to fit your will. It's fascinating.
So can a handsome face really conquer everything? Or will you eventually have to, learn some more traditional skills to survive in this dangerous world?
That's the question that keeps me coming back to this source material again and again.
And that's a question we'll have to explore further in part 3. Okay, so we've seen you charm your way through some sticky situations, right? But can a smile, can that really be your only weapon when you're dealing with, actual devils, actual danger?
It makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, your professional handsomeness, it's worked so far, but not all threats are the same.
Right, exactly.
Some devils, they might not care how charming you are. They're just pure instinct, malice, forces we can't even understand.
Yeah, what happens when you run into a devil that just wants to destroy things? Your good looks aren't going to stop that.
It could be a real problem. You get too reliant on one trick and you forget to learn other skills, and those skills might be what you need to actually survive.
So the question is, are you going to adapt? Are you going to grow as a devil hunter? Or are you going to stick with what you know, even when it's not enough?
It's a classic dilemma.
It is.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, you run into a devil that feeds on vanity, on pride.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your confidence, it could actually make it stronger. It'd be like the opposite of what usually happens.
That would be a fascinating twist. You'd have to change your whole approach, come up with something completely new.
It'd be a real test. Could you adapt? Could you be resilient?
It'd be a chance to grow, become more well-rounded.
And isn't that what a good story's all about? The hero has to face their weaknesses, right? They have to change and get stronger.
Exactly. In your case, it wouldn't mean giving up your charm completely.
Right.
It'd be more like adding to it, finding other skills, becoming a devil hunter who's both charming and really capable.
Like leveling up in a video game.
Exactly. You keep your special move, but you get new abilities too.
You become more powerful. And it wouldn't just be about, being better at fighting devils. It would change you as a person, too.
You'd go from this kind of naive rookie to a real devil hunter, someone who understands that real strength comes from confidence, from skill, from being able to adapt.
This deep dive, it's really made us think, hasn't it?
It has.
We've seen how powerful it can be to do things differently. We've talked about the importance of believing in yourself and how you can grow when things get tough, but most importantly, it leaves us with a question,
A big question.
a big one. So, in this world, with all these dangers, all these incredible stakes, what kind of devil hunter would you be? Would you stick with what you know, rely on your charm, or would you try to learn new things, new skills? Would you take a more traditional path?
There's no right answer, is there?
Not really. But the choice you make, it says a lot about who you are, what you believe in.
And I think no matter what path you choose, it's going to be an incredible journey. Full of challenges, yeah, but also really rewarding.
Well, that about wraps up another deep dive. Thanks for joining us.